Jack London, The Little Lady of the Big House, Part 17. See Ernest Dowson, page 79, a thin book of thin verse, ladled out with porridge to young women. Detention at Mills Seminary. Forrest went on. As I had already enunciated before, I was so rudely interrupted. The one thing only that can balm and embalm this savage breast is the maiden's prayer. Listen with all ears ere I show them off in multitude and gross. Listen, silly, unbeautiful, squat, short-legged and ugly female under the piano. Can you recite the maiden's prayer? Screams of delight from the young things in the doorways prevented the proper answer, and Lute from under the piano cried out to young Wainwright, who had appeared. "A rescue, Sir Knight, a rescue!" "Unhand the maiden," was Bert's challenge. "Who art thou?" Forrest demanded. "King George, sir." "I mean, Saint George." "Then am I thy dragon," Forrest announced with due humility. "Spare this ancient, honourable, and only neck I have." "Off with his head," the young things encouraged. "Stay thee, maidens, I pray thee," Bert begged. "I am only a small potato. Yet am I unafraid? I shall beard the dragon. I shall beard him in his gullet, and while he lingeringly chokes to death over my unpalatedness and general scornfulness, do you fair damsels flee to the mountains, lest the valleys fall upon you. Yolo, Petaluma, and West Sacramento are about to be overwhelmed by a tidal wave and many big fishes." "Off with his head," the young things chanted. "Slay him in his blood and barbecue him." "Thumbs down," Forrest groaned. "I'm undone." Trust to the unstrained quality of mercy possessed by Christian young women in the year 1914, who will vote someday if ever they grow up and do not marry foreigners. "Consider my head off, St. George. I'm expired." "Further deponent saith not." And Forrest, with sobs and slabberings, with realistic shudders and kicks and a great jingling of spurs, lay down on the floor and expired. Lute crawled out from under the piano and was joined by Rita and Ernestine in an extemporized dance of the harpies about the slain. In the midst of it, Forrest sat up, protesting. Also, he was guilty of a significant and private wink to Lute. "The hero!" he cried. "Forget him not. Crown him with flowers." And Bert was crowned with flowers from the vases unchanged from the day before. When a bunch of water-logged stems of early tulips, propelled by Lute's vigorous arm, impacted solidly on his neck under the ear, he fled. The riot of pursuit echoed along the hall and died out down the stairway toward the stack room. Forrest gathered himself together and, grinning, went jingling on through the big house. He crossed two patios on brick walks roofed with Spanish tile and swamped with early foliage and plums, and gained his swing of the house, still breathing from the fun, to find in the office his secretary awaiting him.